Cam Hill is good to
Hello,
see you
mate.
again,
Hey.
my man.
Yeah, good to be here.
You're looking fitter.
Thank you very much.
You like genuinely, you look like, not that you were fat before, but like you're looking super trim.
Yeah, like my dad, he doesn't, give me that many compliments, but he said, "You're looking very skinny." So I thought, "Oh, thanks, Dad."
Is that like a conscious thing for you? Was it to like a...
I think I was just in a good paddock in like 2023, and just kind of was like less Messina ice cream, and
Oh, dude,
I
so
live really
hard, though.
close. It's so dangerous, but
Ice cream in general is like, that's my kryptonite. Like,
and my partner Em, she would make, we call it Biscoff ice cream, obviously.
Yeah.
We just get vanilla ice cream, Biscoff, Bickies.
Like the paste or...
And then we melt the stuff. Oh, mate, seriously.
Yeah.
That's like crack.
Yeah. So are you, because some of the guys, like Chad's like real strict, is he? Like,
I
he eats like broccoli and, is he not? Oh, he said no to chocolate once when I interviewed him.
There you go.
I was like, oh, this guy's got the will of a warrior.
I think there's a few guys that are really into their, their fitness and everything. But yeah, for me, it was just trying to cut out ice cream, and I think that's made some gains. But no, thank you very much.
No, that's all right. But have you noticed the difference, like energy wise and stuff? Do you feel a bit more can focus for longer? I guess it's been such a gradual thing that you don't really notice.
Yeah, and I do feel good, and I have been training, and you can kind of go for longer without feeling too cooked. So yeah, I think it does happen gradually, though. You stop having ice cream for a week, and you're like, why? Why am I not fit? And the withdrawals are quite bad. So.
Oh man, I'm with you, dude. I'm with you. Like I've read that article about cocaine and like sugar, like saying like they were like similar, like addictive, and I was like, well, there you go.
But had to wean off, once a week.
Yeah.
And but no,
that's good, man. So I mean, how do you go? Like speaking from a non-athlete, so when I miss after like Christmas and like if like just maybe 2 weeks out of the gym, can really feel like my fitness is like nowhere near what it was. Sure. Is it the same with driving a car? Or is it sort of different?
A little bit, definitely. Like the first race back is always quite hard because we have had a little bit of time off, Yeah. We definitely get, I guess, more race fit as the year goes on. Like you can train heaps, but you can't drive the car and do a 2-hour race where you're going flat chat. So, first race back, you're always sort of getting out of the car going, that was hard.
Yeah.
But, you just got to try do the work and make sure you're not turning, you're not...
More of a feel thing
the
then?
Christmas turkey into the first round.
Yeah.
But, like Sydney was warmer than we thought. I think my helmet air failed in one of the races, and you definitely notice it. Like you're like, man, I'm getting pretty cooked here. So, we do a lot to try and make sure we're staying cool in the car.
What's easier for you, doing like Bathurst 1000 or a media day? Like obviously we're at the end of the media day for you, so I feel for you, and I'd hate to do this to you, but it's a long day, hey.
Honestly, I reckon Bathurst 1000 is easier. Honestly, because I don't have to, my engineer might talk to me sometimes, but I don't always have to reply. Just get the drive.
You can be in a mood as well.
You can be cranky. It doesn't matter. Whereas if you're cranky on media day, everyone's like, he's in a bad mood. So, but no, this is all right. This is chill.
So let's talk about the weekend and the race. What's it like, Albert Park? Obviously, because huge weekend that you're sort of attached to. So normally you guys are the stars, and of course you are on the Thursday.
Of course.
But then, like, obviously you got the F1 guys there. Like, what's it like to be a part of this big motor show?
It's really cool. Yeah, I love the Grand Prix. Like, it's just got such a great atmosphere. It's definitely probably the biggest event spectator-wise that we're competing at. And there's a lot of people that are here to watch the F1, right? And I think we've seen after Drive to Survive just the explosion of popularity around the sport. It's really hard to get tickets. I've got people going, I'm like, mate, I don't get any tickets. I'm sorry, but it's so cool to go to an event this big and see the F1 teams, and you try to sneak in to the paddock and get a look around at some of the stuff. Just being there is a really cool vibe, definitely.
Yeah, and I guess, did you see that sort of like trickle effect from like people? Obviously, we only get to see the one F1 race, and the time zone's terrible for watching most races unless it's in Asia. So have you found that like a lot of other people have gotten into supercars Or have you noticed anything like that? Or?
I think, probably not as much. Like F1 just saw like the ramp
Yes, of course.
of interest, but I think it's probably gotten a few new fans into the sport, like motorsport. And then the good thing about us being here is for someone who maybe is, they've just discovered F1, they're going to come and they're going to see us and they're going to go, oh, wow, like this is the homegrown version of motorsport. Sure. And hopefully we can get a few new fans out of it.
How good. So a full season under your belt, how you feel, like, do you feel like you're, like, how do you go in terms of knowing that you can take that next leap now? Do you feel more confident starting from the season?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, so this will be my third year, and I think I rolled into my second year going,
I'm the man.
or like, I've learned, I'm not starting down here anymore. Like, I'm going to be on it, and then I almost think sometimes in your second year you learn just as much. But you're just starting from a higher base, and you're probably just making some refinements, and you're not a deer in the headlights like you are in the first year. So definitely towards the back half of last year, I definitely felt like we were having some really good performances in the races, and I started to feel a lot more confident from what I wanted in the car, and I could sort of say to my engineers, like, no, I need a bit more stability, or I need this or that. And whereas before you're kind of always guessing, you're sort of like, oh, is that me? Is it the car? Like, I don't really know what it needs, but you start to build a bit of a, you get more data points in your mind, and you've felt more things at different tracks, and so you start to you get more confident with being able to know what you want.
And telling them what's happening, right?
And being able to have those sort of in-depth discussions with the team of going, this is where we need to improve, and definitely rolling into this year, I feel like I'm the best prepared I can ever be. Or I'll have been, sorry. And, Sydney, the first round, like, I don't think the results reflect, where we're at in terms of our speed. Like, we made the shootout on Saturday, which was great.
Awesome.
But we just, I copped a penalty in the race on Saturday, which was, that was shit. But jury's still out on that one.
Yeah. But, do you hold those things, like, obviously, you still, like, you look back, like... Do you hold it, like, how long would you hold a grudge for? Is it till the next race?
Yeah.
Or do you look back and go, that really cost me? How do you personally go?
I let go of things pretty quickly, right? Because if you hold on to things, you end up just angry at the world. But for sure, if someone's, done you dirty, you might go, okay, cool, but I'll remember.
Yeah.
And when the shoe is on the other foot, and you have the option to maybe be generous or not, you kind of go, well, sorry, mate.
I should have got like some photos up, and we should have gone like, cut them off or not cut them off. You know? We'll do that next time. I reckon. Are we ramming this person into the wall, or?
I think I just have to take a straight party line of ram everyone.
I wouldn't do that too. That's a good segment though. Come on, let's just build the tension. Speaking of, have you made like good? Obviously, you've got your team and stuff, but have you made some good friends in the paddock?
In the paddock. Yeah. I think I'm getting to know the guys a bit more. Yeah. I'm from Canberra though. I'm the only Canberra boy, and so I think the other guys can all go and get coffee together or have a drink. But I bumped into Zach Bates. We were on a bike ride, and so he's going to be teaming up with Lowndesy later this year. So he's another Canberra boy. So it's a small town, but they're all good dudes. We're all obviously. Got similar passions and interests, so that makes it easy, right?
Is there like a driver's WhatsApp just for the lads?
It is a driver's WhatsApp group.
And what gets around?
It's meant to be constructive. It's meant for us to talk about something that maybe happened on the weekend and kind of give our feedback to the category. Sort of like a union almost. But it does sometimes break down, especially on gala night. It does get a bit...
Who's the most chirpy in the group?
Probably Nick.
Is he?
Yeah, he gets amongst it. He chats a lot. I kind of just observe. I just sort of go, okay.
So you leave it on red sort of thing?
Definitely.
Yeah.
Leave on red.
Oh,
Get
good.
back to that later.
So speaking of this, the race and yourself and Nick, where you think, where you see yourselves this race and... top 10 finishes, or where do you see yourself? Like, what would be the goal?
The goal would definitely be in the top 10. There's 4 races, and so we want to be up the front all weekend. We want to be consistent, and I think we saw last year, it was hard to, have 4 good qualifying sessions where you don't make a mistake in any of them. And we did see, the grid got a bit jumbled in a few of those races. So, we're coming here with, I guess, confidence that, we were really quick here last year. Nick obviously won the race on the Sunday. And I think if we can roll out, I guess, pretty close to what we had last year, then who's to say we can't get on the podium again? That's definitely the goal.
Yeah. And what's your goal for the season? Like, do you want to be on the podium? Is it?
Yeah, I mean, I'd love to be getting, some trophies this year.
Yeah.
Like the boys that work on my car, they work really hard, and I'd like to be able to repay them. So that's definitely on the bucket list.
Yeah.
And championship-wise, with the new final series.
Yeah, kind of cool, isn't it? What do you think about that?
Yeah, I mean, we want to be in the finals, right? We want to try. It's important. You got to be in the top 10 after Bathurst, right? And then it's never been done here in supercars. So essentially, if you scrape in, if you're 10th after Bathurst, now you're essentially on level pegging with the guy that was in first, and you can now go on like a footy team
and
right?
win it. Yeah,
who's scraping in, and you can go and win the grand final, right? So it's going to be exciting because essentially, the guys that are in the finals this year, the pressure is on. Like, it's not like, you've got a buffer because you've had all these other good races and you can afford to have a bad one. It's like one bad race and you could be knocked out, right? And even if you've had a stellar year. So it's going to be really interesting to see how it changes the racing, because I think you might see guys maybe take more risks because they're in a situation where they got to make moves, they got to get in. So our goal will be to try have both cars in the 10, and I think if we can do that, that'd be a good start.
That'd be awesome. Now tell me, F1 obviously on the Sunday.
Yep.
A couple of Aussie boys as well, which is exciting. Jack's getting for his first one as well, which is
it's
really
unreal,
cool.
right? We've got 2 Aussies and a Kiwi, so
yeah, but Liam took Dan's spot. I love Liam,
boy.
I love Liam, but like I'm kind of glad Dan's out now. It was too much heartache, checking.
It was a roller coaster ride, and it just had a feeling that it wasn't going to be a happy ending.
Nah.
It's one of those movies you leave just like,
oh god,
destroyed.
But I kind of feel like I don't want to make you speak ill of him or anything, but like when someone comes back and they shouldn't have come back. Like when someone retires and they're like, what, I'm going to go around it again. Actually, don't say anything.
You know what? No, it got close, right? Yeah. There was a moment there where it was like, this could be the fairy tale.
Yeah.
But I think F1's very political, and
it's brutal, isn't it?
I'm sure there would have been all sorts of shenanigans behind the scenes. But couple Aussies. Obviously, Oscar had a real breakout year last year.
What a freak!
Unreal. Like, for a guy that, to the general public, right, had probably never heard of him 12, 18 months ago.
Well, he hasn't really got the personality of like your Danny Ricks. I'm not. Once again, I just sound like I'm slandering everyone. Like these guys, are just like But like Danny Ricks,
you're walking around the paddock.
Even Webber though. Webber was like a prick, right? Like he was
focused.
Yeah, he was good. I really loved Webber.
Oscar, he's quietly spoken, I suppose, and unassuming, but. Gee, he can drive fast, right?
Yeah.
And, I reckon Lando was a bit nervous a few times last year. Like,
oh man,
Lando was probably clear number 1 at the start of the year, but then Oscar certainly, stood up to him, and that was really good to see.
Yeah.
So look, if their cars are as good, like he could have a real crack at this year.
Could he win, in your mind?
I think he has an opportunity, right? Like I don't think he's coming in as the favourite, but if McLaren have the speed like they did last year, then he's just got to beat his teammate, right? And he's going to be in the mix. So
would you see him on the podium
this weekend?
Yeah.
I'd like to see it. I'd like to see it. That'd be good.
Oh god.
Okay.
Lewis and Ferrari. What do you reckon?
Lewis and Ferrari. It's pretty cool, right? Like.
Is it though? I don't know, man.
I think it is.
Yeah.
What are you slamming everyone?
No,
what have you got against it?
What have you got against it? I just feel like I thought Carlos was doing well.
Yeah, that hurts. To
cool
lose
that he's
Carlos.
gone to Williams, eh?
Yeah, he's got a bit of a rebrand, hasn't he? Like his socials are looking very slick at the moment.
Yeah, he's
very
a slick
blue.
man though.
Very blue. But no, Lewis and Ferrari. I think it's cool. I think it's cool for the sport. They're going to sell a lot of merch.
How quickly do you reckon they pay that off? Like first.
Well, yeah, what's his salary?
Like this weekend?
What's
Do
his
they?
salary?
I don't know.
Do you know what it is?
I don't want to know.
It'd
I'll be
be-
sad.
Yeah.
I'll be so sad.
I reckon they'll pay it off in 12 months for
Yeah,
sure. For
yeah.
sure.
Yeah, awesome.
Especially when they go to Monza. Like,
Oh, man.
that'll be mega.
Oh, it'd be insane.
But look, it'll be interesting to see how he goes. Like, I think it'll be hard.
yeah,
Like,
for sure. Well, he wasn't there, was he, last year? I suppose.
no.
The car was no good too.
I wonder
but-
if he was checked out. You know, like the car was obviously there, but he probably had one foot out the door, thinking, "Oh, I'm gone."
Yeah.
Hard to say.
Cam Hill. I don't want to imagine Lewis Hamilton's media days.
Yeah. Or,
This guy's complaining. No, I'm
did not.
joking. I'm joking.
looking
Cam
forward to
Hill,
dinner.
we love you. Cheers, mate.
What are you prepared to lose today? Set a deposit limit. For free and confidential support, call the number on the screen or visit the website.